So I figured the other good lesson to try to teach would be a little bit of the second topic, which is the closest thing to algebra we do. Like all of our topics are sort of real life stuff, okay? There's no X. But here there's X, and there's also Y, okay? So what I find is the methods kids sort of drop down, they'll find this the easiest. That's your potential 100%, okay? But if you went through general last year, then you'll be much more used to the fluffiness of the DIs. So you methods guys will struggle with the DIs, but you'll be fine for this test in particular. So let me remind you of stuff that you should have covered in year 10. When you graph a line in a Cartesian plane, it tells you the relationship between the variables x and the variable y on the horizontal and vertical axis. For example, I have this equation. I have this equation, y is equal to 2x plus 3. It's linking x and y. What does the maths tell you? It tells you that y is always going to be 3 more, plus 3, 3 more than 2 lots of x. So if I laboriously wanted to draw this line, I could do this. If I made x equal 1, therefore 2 times by 1 plus 3 is going to be 5. So there'd be a point at 1, 5. And then I could do it again for x is equal to 2, and I get the point 2, 7. And I could do x is equal to 3 and get the point 3, 9. That is a massive waste of time, okay? Why do I need to do dot to dot? I'm not a 2-year-old kid, okay? So that's why in high school you're taught the equation of a line, because that gives you all the information you need to draw the line, because a line goes on forever. So if you were doing it this way, you wouldn't be able to draw it anyway, because the line goes on forever. I don't have this time to do all this crap. So what you were taught, I think this form, you start learning this in year 9 or maybe year 8. Have you seen this before? Slope-intercept form? Your teachers would have said rise over run, all that stuff. So slope-intercept form is written with y as the subject. You can see y is by itself. And there's 2 other features here. M is the slope or gradient of the line. If you write it as a fraction, it represents the y step is how far up or down the points on the line jump, and the x step is how far to the right the points on the line jump. I'm pretty certain that your teachers would have said something like slope is equal to rise over run. Have you heard that terminology before? That's fine, and it generally works, but I don't personally like it, because rise, does that indicate that lines only ever go up? Rise, it doesn't say fall. So I don't like it for that aspect. And also run. Yeah, okay, run. What direction? So the way that I deal with it is this. The y step is how far up or down the points go. So if your slope is negative, it's going to go down as it goes to the right. If it's positive, it goes up as you go to the right. And you're always thinking how far to the right the points are jumping. So you don't get confused about run left or right, always to the right. So how do you actually draw a line in slope-intercept form? You place a dot at the y-intercept, which is C, and then from that dot, from the y-intercept, you step across the x step, and you go up or down the y step based on m, written as a fraction. So that's another thing that I need to go over. If you had a slope that was negative 2, is that currently a fraction? Is that a whole number?
Whole number.
How would I write it as a fraction then? Good, negative 2 over 1, which means that the line would go down 2 and it would go to the right 1, okay? That's how that slope thing works. So I'll give you a few minutes to get that blue down for slope-intercept form. You can talk while it's recording, that's fine, just don't say names. Otherwise I have to edit it out. If I'm recording a lesson, I have accidentally say your name, I'll edit it out. So I'll use an old video before I upload. All right, let's get on to some straight year 10 work now. I'm hoping that you're aware of what general form of a line is. It looks like this. AX plus BY is equal to C. What do you notice about it? X and Y are both on the same side, on the left-hand side. Unlike slope-intercept form, A, B, and C don't stand for anything. They're just numbers. However, they allow us to draw a line easily because it gives you a nice way to find the X and Y intercepts of the line. You use some algebra there. So the rules that you would need, if I want to draw a line in general form, I make Y equals 0, then I solve for X. The result is the X-intercept of the line. I put a dot there. So now I've got a dot along the X-axis somewhere. And then the second step is you make X equals 0, then solve for Y. The result is the Y-intercept of the line. I put a dot there. So now I have two dots on my Cartesian plane. I can get a ruler out and I can draw a line between the two intercepts. And so you have two different ways of drawing lines in two different forms of equation. If it's in slope-intercept form, like, I don't know, Y is equal to negative 2 over 3x plus 5. How would I draw that? I would put a dot on the y-axis at 5. That's not a line yet, it's just a dot. I need to work out what direction the line goes. So now I look at the slope. And that tells me that the y step is negative 2. So it goes down. Negative 2, it goes down 2 each time that I go to the right 3. So suddenly I can draw a line based on that information. Here, you just need to use algebra to draw a line in general form, which I'll show you how to do. All right, let's have a look. I've got a set of axes here. On the same set of axes, draw the following lines. Y is equal to 2x plus 3. What form is that in? Slope-intercept or general form? Slope-intercept. So I look at that. What is my working going to be? A slope is equal to 2. Is 2 currently a fraction?
No.
How would I write it as a fraction?
2 over 1.
2 over 1. So what does that tell me? Every time I go to the right once, I go what? Up 2 or down 2?
Up twice.
Up twice. Good. That's cool. I know the direction the line goes, but do I have any idea where this line starts? What aspect of the equation tells me where the line starts? Yes?
Number 3. So
Y int is equal to 3. So I place a dot there. That's not currently a line. Now I look at the slope and I go to the right once, and up 2. So I can draw a y is equal to 2x plus 3. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah? The algebra that you need to do for the general form is a bit worse. It's a bit annoying. How do I find the y-intercept in that equation? I make x equals 0, 3 lots of nothing, plus 4y is equal to 12. What is 3 times by nothing?
0.
Nothing. So what's going to be left on the left-hand side? 4y is equal to 12. I want y by itself. What is 4 doing to y? Timesing. What's the opposite of timesing by 4?
Dividing.
What do I need to do on both sides to make sure I don't change the question?
Divide by 4.
Divide both sides by 4. 4 divided by 4 cancels to 1. Y is going to be 3. So currently I know that the y-intercept of this line is the same. It's at 3. Is that enough info to draw a line yet?
No.
I know where it goes through, but I don't know what direction it goes. So then how do I find the other intercept? I make y equals 0. So 3x plus 4 lots of 0 equals 12. What's 4 lots of 0?
0.
0. So 3x is equal to 12. What's 3 doing to x? What's the opposite of timesing by 3?
Dividing.
So x is going to be 4. So now I can place a dot where x is equal to 4. Do I know the direction this line goes now?
Yeah.
Because there's 2 dots there. So I can do there. That's how you draw a line in general form. Okay? I'll stop the recording.